Hello ladies and gents, I am Unfettered and welcome back to From the Depths Ashes of the Empire Community Edition. In this episode I'm going to be doing a couple of main things. First of all, I want to create a blockade force against the lightning hoods, and secondly, bolster the strength of the existing community forces. So, let us have a look at the designs today. So, the first design we're going to be looking at is the ADEF laser emplacement by myself. This is going to be the structure used to trap the lightning hoods combat forces near their HQ. The reason I want to keep them near their HQ is because the HQ is bugged, so I want to fight that at a later point. But the reason I'm going to be using these laser emplacements rather than the existing combat force there is that last episode the fights in that region were really bad weather, and you couldn't tell what was going on. So I want the battles to be over very quickly, and hit scan weapons make that happen. So, could have a look at particle accelerators, or I decided to make a big laser. So, this is the laser emplacement. It is a 16,000 power laser 4Q switch, so it fires rather rapidly, and it's basically just a box with engines in it. Let's see, it's got slopes, heavy armour, and then surrounded by normal metal. 2 layers of heavy armour at the front. It is all slopes to save on cost and also just make it that little bit lower in volume, because this is pretty darn close to maximum volume there. So I couldn't actually make it out of any proper blocks. And yeah, it has a big engine, and the laser system is 80 AP, so it will do full damage to heavy armor. So I could send it against the Taipan. I probably should really, but it's not like the Taipan's going to last very long against this. Lasting like a couple of moments longer than I was expecting, to be perfectly honest. But it is designed to face off against the lightning hoods. It has no shields, no missile defenses, so the lightning hoods are considerably more suited for this to be shot at by. So if I go into tanks, for example the Wisp, so it's shooting its lasers, doing a fair amount of damage still, but there we go. My laser prevails, and also I won't be only spawning one of these in, I will actually be spawning 10 of them, and 10 is able to take on even the Lux with very minimal damage sustained. Next up we have the Char 1B by Mainfall. Very cheap 4,000 design there, and it is a very small little tank. I like the exhaust systems there. Yeah, quite a small turret. I'm not expecting it to be super tough, what with 2 guns in the same area. Yeah, it's got a little gun and a slightly larger one, which did shoot its own hole there. The rocking as it fires is quite cool. But unfortunately it does seem a very weak little design. And even having difficulty against the early Swin gypsies. So I suppose to spawn a couple of these just to maintain some semblance of capability as the fight progresses, but it is very cheap, only 4,000 materials. I do like the little design. And not many tanks have the 2 little guns set up like that. Machine gun and main gun next to it. Going to the next size up, we've got the Rolling Crampage Gatling by Charodon. So much like the previous Gatling version, but this one is a cram cannon, so it should be a little bit more robust. Though, is it probably just on a single spin block? Yeah, if that thing gets hit, the whole gun will fall off. But it's a Gatling gun of cram cannons. Haha! Yes! It's a cram Gatling gun. Okay, they aren't very powerful, but... oh, this reminds me of custom cannons. I love it. Yes, this is so much like the old custom cannons. Okay, it's not very effective, but it's fun. So much nostalgia though with this one. More nostalgia than effectiveness, I must say. Oh, that must have been when the ammo cache is going up. Yep. Excellent, excellent. Well, it's effective against wood, but that's about it. Oh, I am a big fan. I am a very big fan, but mostly for nostalgia. Next, we have the Sturmgeschütz by Godulonus. It's a little hovering tank. Much like how I build tanks. Can't build tanks, so just make them hover. Should be pretty quick though, with that setup there. Tiny little countries. Are those interceptors? Yes, interceptor missiles there. So it does have some defense against actual missiles inbound, which is always nice. It isn't a tank. I thought it was a turret, but no, it's actually a forward-facing gun. And it just went flying. Okay. That's not good. It must have just been an explosion, just clipped through and hit something vital. Because it shouldn't have really done. It shouldn't really explode like that. Yeah, this one is acting a lot more powerful. So yeah, something weird happened to that. Yeah, that one, something weird happened to, but it is good. Should be fairly strong, but it is hard to tell when it blew up like that. Maybe against direct assault of the flares and lightning hoods will suit it better than the explosive rounds of the Taipan. Now, whoops, I forgot to name this one. It's the T-88 Pack Hydra Assault Vehicle by Void. Oh, a big particle accelerator gun here, seems like, and the say LAM system. Not many vehicles do have LAM, so I'm very appreciative of that. And this is some pack. Yep, that is a big pack. Fires pretty rapidly. Multiple layers of shielding at the front there, which is good. Nice. You do rather well. Ammo process on the side though do a little bit vulnerable, but particle accelerator is rapid firing. Not particularly accurate due to it being such rapid fire, but at that closer range it's very strong. And finally, we have the Winged Hussar by Demadoc82. So this is a very simple hover, it seems. Lots of space armor, and that is a big APS. Wow, that's, yes. This is going to have a heck of a fire rate. Okay, so it's being allowed to fire at 800 a second, and there's two of them. Yeah, this is going to just burst like crazy. It's fast, and yes. Wow. Yep, that is going to make a real mess of basically anything. Yep. It might not look especially pretty, but that output is beautiful. Just stripping blocks. Not doing too much against heavy armor, but then not much does. Everything else, though, is being completely stripped off by that mass of very rapid fire fragmentation rounds. Very, very impressive. It's going to be volatile, though, I can tell you that much. Yeah, a couple of explode onto the turret, and the whole thing goes up. So hopefully, it won't get hit in the turret by an explosive round, because if it does, it's going to go boom. But let us find out how they all perform in the campaign proper. So I want to spawn the new forces over in this group, the second community force, because it is the weakest at the moment. So let's just go over here and spawn everything in. Okay, so there are all those units spawned in there, all repairing. So that's going along nicely. Let's put the force up to 21 now. Admittedly, some of them are quite small. Now I want to come over here. Spawn on that. So you can see the hoods, things in the distance. But let's spawn in the structures. So load in vehicles. Okay, so all of the laser emplacements are now built there. The radar balloon, one out of there. And nothing can actually repair that at the moment. So let's go move these guys over here to actually repair. Is first community force repaired yet? It has. Excellent. I can actually send that in. So this is the designs from the last episode. So let's move these guys in and attack this tile over here. Now that you've got an emplacement there, I should really consider a pipeline to get the fuel all the way from the refineries there all the way over to here. Because at the moment, this if it runs out of fuel, that's terrible. Oh no. I've got to try and get to this force before I lose my radar balloon. No! So move these guys over to here. They'll be able to attack another tile in a moment. Just begin the battle and I guess retreat. Yeah, scrap. Battle lost. Okay. Battle finished. It's to be expected. It was a radar balloon. Oh, they're moving at 3 meters per second. Oh, it's because these new designs have only just been built, haven't they? Yeah. Let's observe. Okay. Let's rename this fleet. So this is the laser defense. So I know which it is. Let's go into battle with this lot. So there's a Luxturnia, Zeus, and an Amplitude. So I've used most of my materials to actually do this. And let's just bump it all the way up to maximum so everything will spawn in. And I managed to spawn every single one 90 degrees off axis. Which is a pain because all of this is the heavy armour and it's weaker at the side. Oh well. Thankfully they turn rather quickly. So, let's just observe. See, immediately the laser's just tearing through, killing absolutely everything. Two enemy designs already defeated. I'm getting a little bit close. But I suppose they are all shooting at the Lux currently. Yeah, the side armour is not as tough, but they are repairing each other okay, so it isn't too bad, I guess. Well, the Lux's AI dead. And that's dead, and then that's 2 damaged. And as is that. Everything's dead. Nice and quick victory. Because there's 5,000 blocks just waiting to despawn. Yep, that's a lot of blocks to despawn. Excellent. So the battle's finished. Yeah, there's just that little bit of concern with regards to the fuel. To prepare for battle. Let's bring in that force as well. I could just bring absolutely everything in. I might do that. Just because I haven't done that for a while. Right, so everything has spawned in. It's going quite slow because of that. It's quite a large battle. Oh no, something's blowing itself up. We are very far away. It's going to take a little while before all the projectiles get in range. And the red one, and the 2 breezes are moving in, being a lot faster than the rest of the ground forces. When the nuke goes off, looks like that might have been the Predator tank doing that. Tanks just driving straight past each other. You're just going to ram onto that. Oh, what are you doing? Yep, the Unfettered Annihilator is doing quite well. Now, facing off against metal isn't as effective as it was against the wood, but it's still being able to strip several beams off in a shot or so, which is kind of what I want. Now, how's the Beholder battle going? Let's jump off one of the breezes down. Push up. I'm in space. Oh no, I am dropping down, just very slowly. So the 2 of them are now a bit too damaged, which is good. And land straight on it. As usual, I know exactly where the AR is on this thing now, so I might as well go and capture it because it's faster than my forces to move over and engage it. One shot and another shot. Pretty sure this thing's getting flipped around. There we go, captured. It's 88%, so it's definitely worth that little bit, very small amount of effort to capture it. I know you didn't really see much else of the battle, but it's all such long-range stuff anyway. Triton's tank firing its barrage. So what casualties took? There was a medium tank. It was destroyed, but that, since it hasn't been deployed, gets repaired. So move to there, up to here and around to resupply them. I suppose
on my way.
to go and try and capture, attack this thing, the tectonic. Keep attacking these tiles, but Flare's making it difficult to do so.
On my way.
Okay, they're attacking this force there.
Yes.
So the first community force is currently being blockaded. Shall slow it right down because I want to make a couple of adjustments to where everything spawns in naturally, so I don't have to worry about where they spawn in at each fight. For example, the strike fighters were a bit too low because they were spawned in that low. And same with a couple of the other flyers. Okay, so didn't have much choice. Gotta have this battle anyway. Again, I will spawn everything in. Takes a little bit longer for it to all get ready. But, to be honest, I did quite like the fact that everything's spawned in, rather than just waiting for the enemy to keep bringing everything in. Just blast it all at once. Also does mean I have potential to lose more, because this sort of battle I'd basically only be facing maybe 1 or 2 flares, and my forces would easily be able to swap that. Yet when there's 10k of them, you know, I do outnumber them 3 to 1 on blocks, but if they all attack at the same point, that can cause some significant damage. Then again, if they all decide to ram each other, that makes it easier for me. So, swings and roundabouts, kind of, I guess. And there's that one of the raptures. It is. It is deploying smoke, but it is also getting lasered. Laser and particle accelerator, and something just hit it with a grav ram. What's armed with a grav ram? I know. I can't remember what was armed with a grav ram. I can't remember what's actually armed with grav ram. I know there is some stuff armed with it. Oh no! The fighter bomber's upside down. No, it's kind of launched its head off. And the poor old pilot's lost his head. Can't be shooty if he's dead. Okay, let's make sure everything is ignoring salvage. A lot of things are shooting those dead enemies. Excellent. Battle finished. Advance some more. Go on, second community force. You can do it. Actually, let's similarly reorganize this force to be a bit more sensible in positioning. Let's attack this tile. Oh, laser defense. Not yet, because this battle is the one I'm going to go into first of all. We're facing Tectonic. Let us begin this battle. Tectonic is... looks like it's got quite a nasty few lasers on it. Combined fire is doing some nasty work against Charadon's cannon, which I spawned separately to it. Oh dear. It's just taken ages to get over there. So I spawned them apart. But since it is a cram cannon rather than APS, it's able to absorb a lot more damage this time, which is considerably better for me. New flak tank takes hits and is either disabled or... yeah, it looks like it might have been disabled. Just don't look very operational currently. The laser turrets here are basically defeated. No, don't look as powerful as my laser turrets, that's for sure. And since your gun isn't working, you decide to ram, though it works. Okay, take it back. Tectonic is still doing pretty well, though it hasn't really decided on who it wants to murder. Seems to be flicking around between different targets, and not actually doing any significant killing blows. Quite a lot of things are damaged, but I don't think I've lost any vehicles. Wires in the back there, and there we go. Volume missiles strikes. Looks like the majority of it is damaged. And it is too damaged. Missiles had an EMP element which must disable the shields on this side, allowing a lot of big shells to strike into it. There we go. And the blocks disappear. Victory in this battle. So it looks like I might have lost the other...
Yes.
Yep. This resource zone is gone. So let's scrap... Let's scrap you. So now I want to place you over this zone here.
On my way. Yes.
And this tile, I want to go and attack one of these. So let's go attack this tile.
On my way.
Actually, no. I want to attack in order. Just attack that tile there. So the hauler... Oh! I forgot this laser emplacement force was here. Let's begin this battle. A lot of these I'll actually just be able to skip because they're basically going to be exactly the same. I'll check the first couple out, but you can see lightning hood spawn in. Then I unpause. The lasers take a second to turn because they aren't pointing in the correct direction. They all fire at one target, core it almost instantly. It's taking, like, you know, not perfectly accurate there. See, the fuel is going down rather rapidly. They're designed to fire for a long time, but even so. Now, the problem comes when something gets behind. Because they can end up shooting each other, like that. Whew, that was close. Good, good, good. AI dead, AI dead, AI dead, AI dead, AI dead. So AI dead, and I'm nowhere near to capture them. I thought I could have had a go at it, but nope. So pull all, and the emplacements are basically fine. But I am a bit concerned by the fuel levels. So yeah, the fuel level is getting low. Let's keep them at full of fuel. I don't yet have them at half, but that's more because I had planned on them being part of a big network. So yes, I might need to get pipeline over to them. That's something I can look into probably next episode or so, or somewhere like that. And also, I'm going to actually have the third community force have a fight. So third community force finishing off here. Again, everything spawn in. I think everything spawn in does actually increase the speed of the battles, I've noticed. Because although it takes a little while initially, that first barrage, and all the spawn in, I'm not having to wait for things to despawn all the time. So everything is all lined up here. It doesn't look that the chaos is quite ready to spawn in. Oops. I obviously didn't quite select it right. It will only be a matter of seconds before the chaos spawns in. Yep. Yep. Basically, first shot instantly spawned in. It's like, must be a couple of blocks or something. Huge swarm of missiles coming from all the craft. And that is some heck of an alpha strike. I think it might be actually overpowered me using everything. It speeds up battles, but that's because everything... the firepower I have in my forces is quite ludicrous. They're just not given a chance in order to fight back because of the pure amount of firepower and vehicles I have. I thought they might have a chance to, you know, score some damage, and they generally cause damage, but actual destruction, not very much. Then again, these are mostly the actual assault forces, not garrison, and the garrisons are considerably stronger than just a strike force. Wow, it took a lot to kill that chaos. It's dead now, though. It just took a while. Now, the first community force is now attacking a garrison. I think this will be the last battle for this episode. So, facing a fair range of things, actually. Rapture is an annoying one. A couple of Ravagers, Cataphracts. Yeah, seems alright. Nothing too odd, I guess. Everything, yep, I think everything is coming in again. And that is quite the epic lineup. Look at all these vehicles. A couple of rams initially. Nope. Accelerator Lance there, hitting Richard Dassley's artillery. Seemed to have accidentally spawned the whole thing in reverse. The fighter bomber is getting completely bombarded by that very rapid fire APS weapon on, I think it's these Ravagers? No, they're glass cannon-y, the Reavers. They're pretty glass cannon-y, but all those shells pinging off everything. Eventually some things get through shields, and if there's not shielded, well. These realistic tanks are actually really rather tough. Now, I thought, you know, a lot of the realism designs, they're actually very tough. But for their cost, they're dirt cheap. And they look amazing. Yeah, sure, there are those aesthetic builds which are really, really, really expensive and not very effective, but they always managed to get a decent effectiveness, cost, and yeah, survivability. Oh, nice little package. Good load of explosions over here as the flares are eating one of my vehicles. It's lost most of its rear section. Is just about alive still. And his gun is operational, so it's still firing. It's just heavily damaged. But not out yet. Says it's about to get rammed by friendlies. Bonk. Bonk. Bonk, bonk. They've now ground together and joined as one. Well, assuming the massive stream of vehicles heading over into that direction, the Rapture's over there. Ooh, nasty. tanks ramming into each other. Got a bit of problem there. As this flare's flyer remains pretty much unhindered. It's got some holes in its wings, but otherwise it's doing quite happily. It looks like the Rapture's been flipped over onto its underbelly. But yes, it was very nasty. Oh! The shells are launched vertically and smashed the breeze. Poor thing. Come on, level up. And the last thing is AI dead. So pull all. Looks like we did take a casualty. Oh, was the heel caster. I really don't want to despawn one of the few repair vehicles in this faction. But I'm going to have to. I do have other repair vehicles, so there is that. And this force is now quite strong. Oh, and some new designs have got repair capability. Fantastic. I've captured quite a lot of land, it seems. Yeah, I'm going to work out probably a pipeline. And yes, I do need to work out symbols. Still, I think that's going to be it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching this episode of From the Depths, Ashes of the Empire with myself and Adifin. If you did enjoy the episode, please leave a like and or comment below, as it is always great to hear from you lot. Also, be sure to check out the rest of my channel for more From the Depths videos and other games, and swing by the Discord channel for more direct chatting. Otherwise, that's it from me for now, and I shall see you next time. But until then, I'm out. Goodbye!